Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a beautiful night here at Cronin Field. I'm Jack Marquardt. Alongside me in the booth tonight is the one and only Caroline Banker.
Thanks, Jack. It's always a pleasure to be up here in the booth watching our Crusaders do what they do best.
Tonight we're in for an exciting matchup. The two powerhouses of the state of Oregon face off tonight. The number 2 Southridge Skyhawks take on the number 1 ranked Jesuit Crusaders.
Both the Crusaders and the Skyhawks are off to a hot start this season. Southridge starting with a record of 9 wins and 1 loss. The Crusaders have yet to lose a match this season with a record of 8 wins and 1 draw under their belt. That draw, of course, is coming from the Crusaders' opening Metro League game against Sunset, which ended in 0-0 all.
And speaking of the Metro League, the Crusaders are rolling with 2 wins and a draw, whereas Southridge is actually on top of Jesuit in the Metro League standings. Right now, Southridge has not lost a single game with 4 wins in the Metro League. Other than that, 1 draw against Sunset. My apologies. They've right now Southridge is currently rolling, and Jesuit will be doing well.
Jesuit is the favorite team tonight, but it won't be as clear of a win as the numbers might say. A few factors heading into tonight that might change the outcome of this game. In their draw against Sunset, Jesuit lost their star center back and captain, Sydney Collins. She unfortunately fell to a concussion and is out for an unknown length of time.
She was an influential player on the pitch, to say the least, and you always hate to see a player of her magnitude go down, or any player for that matter.
Something else that might stir the pot for tonight is starting forward Emma Treasure, who has been out sick for the past couple days of school. However, she is expected to play tonight.
With the Metro League title on the line, Jesuit's injury-plagued roster, and Southridge hungry for the number 1 rank in state, we surely are in for a treat tonight. Before the game, though, we were able to catch an interview with the starting center back for the Crusaders, the senior veteran Emma Graham. Our sideline reporter Sam Olam sat down with her and was able to have a few words with what her thoughts were on the game.
Let's take a look.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for a little bit of technical difficulties. We're going to be starting the game here in just a few minutes. But first, the starting lineup of the away team, the Southridge Skyhawks. Number 0, Chloe Wood, the sophomore. She will be starting tonight. Number 1, Sydney Obilovich, another backup goalie, but she's a freshman. Number 2, Sam Toth, a defender, right now a junior. Number 4, Peyton Obilovich, a midfielder, a senior. Number 5, Molly Rubin, a junior. Number 6, Alexis Marino, the forward, junior. Number 7, Stasia Newton. Number 8, Nadia Sawan. Number 9, Mia Curtin. Number 10, Haley Hedges. Number 12, Kylie O'Connor. Number 13, Sienna Newton. Number 15, McKenna Polouse. Number 16, Caitlin Stower. Number 17, Annabelle Martin Varnum. Number 18, Amel Sawan. Number 19, Alicia Holt. Number 20, Gabriela Pinto. Number 23, Haley Clark. And of course, their I'm sorry. All right.
All right, and the Jesuit varsity women's soccer starting lineup is number 00, Mary Vodova, Chantal Reese, 0, Emma Hinson, number 1, the starting goalie, Kari Zimmerman, a sophomore, number 4, Katie Duong, number 5, a junior, Jaden McClellan and Callan Harrington are both absent from the game, but they are on the starting lineup. Sophie Braun, number 8, Danielle Larner, number 9, one of the seniors, Brooke Bornaro, number 10, Holly Hartmeyer, number 12, Emma Graham, a senior, number 13, Elise Adams, number 14, Rachel Hickey, number 15, Camille Clark, number 16, Lena Colson, number 17, Madison McClellan, number 18, Sydney Collins, number 19, Maddie Aronson, another senior, number 20, and Emma Treasure, a junior, number 23.
All right, and just as we finish those starting lineups, the kickoff has begun. Southridge beginning with a strong ball forward. It was kicked out by Elise Adams. They'll have a good position here for a throw-in. I know I'm excited for this match, and I think Cronin Field is too. Number 1 and number 2 face off tonight. Jesuit, of course, number 1 in the OSA rankings in state, but Southridge does right now hold that number 1 Metro title.
Yeah.
I believe that this game will certainly decide who might take home that Metro title, and just like that, Southridge sends it into the box, but Hinson has an easy stop.
Yeah, she's a very experienced goalie. She's always in the right place and ready to send the ball to the right direction. Yeah, as you were saying, Jack, this is a very highly anticipated game with 2 powerhouse schools ready to face off.
That it certainly is, and just you were talking about Emma Hinson there, that defense is certainly rock solid, of course, led by Hinson. They've only conceded 2 goals this entire season, outscoring their opponents 23-2. That's a pretty shocking number considering the tough opponents that Jesuit has faced.
Jesuit has only let in 2 goals, as you were saying, and they have yet to lose a game this season, which is very exciting and pretty rare in this league.
That it is, and I want to talk a little bit about that back line. Of course, they have left back, the veteran Emma Graham as a senior, center backs, Maddie Aronson, another senior, and Rachel Hickey, a junior, and of course the right back, Elise Adams. She's also a veteran on the starting 11. But Caroline, what are your thoughts on the captain and strong center back for the Crusaders, Sydney Collins? In that Sunset draw, she was out of the game in about the 57th minute with a concussion, and her return right now is questionable.
Well, you know, with any player of that magnitude being out for the game, it is definitely going to affect the team, but I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of her team steps up and commands the field without her on the field. They definitely are going to be losing her leadership as the captain, but it's going to be interesting to see how the other players step in for her.
That it certainly will, and a throw in there by Adams. The ball finds her again, but the possession is given up. Southridge now with players forward. Aronson just sends it back to Hinson. Hinson boots it back to the midfield. And as we talked about a little before the game, Jesuit has been plagued by injuries. And I know, Caroline, you covered that in the roster. Jaden McClellan right now, she's, I believe, off at national camp.
Yes, it's very impressive to have a freshman off at national camp. That only is a small tell of, and a small, Emma Hinson, Southridge with the goal.
And a huge shocker here at Cronin Field tonight. Only 3 minutes into this game, Southridge is really flexing their muscles. That was just a beautiful through ball by the Skyhawks. They were unprepared. That went by the replacement of Collins center back Rachel Hickey. But it looks like the Crusaders just did not have enough players back. And that was a beautiful shot just at Hinson's left. And
definitely
right now,
took the team by surprise. I don't think anyone was expecting a goal that early on in the game, especially with this fairly evenly matched team.
That it certainly is. And Jesuit now dug themselves into a hole early in this game. The Skyhawks have taken a 1-0 lead 3 minutes into this game.
We'll see. The Crusaders are definitely going to be looking back to get another early goal to tie this game up.
And they, of course, with that fighting attack led by Lena Colson and Emma Treasure, the two juniors. They are no stranger to speed on that field. Those two really lead this forward attack, and they can just push the ball whenever they feel the need to. And just like this, that's Katie Duong, the sophomore. She pushes it forward to Lena Colson. My apologies. That would be number 8, Sophia Braun. Southridge again with this dangerous attack. Hickey will try to get there first, and get there she does. Nice little bit of fancy footwork. Sends it back to Aronson. Aronson tries to find Graham, but Graham says no. Katie Duong with some really impressive work, but she is unable to get there in time. Southridge throw-in. Caroline, I'm still thinking back to that goal right now. It's
still a shock to me how that came so early in the game. I'm interested to see how Jesuit will come back after that fairly surprising goal. The Jesuit defense was just a little bit caught off guard there. I don't think they were ready for that strong attack by Southridge.
They are definitely not used to this type of tempo. Like we said earlier, they've only given up 2 goals, and that was in the past 2 games they've played. One against Beaverton late in the game, one against Aloha. And just right here, Emma Treasure is going to get the ball. She finds it before the keeper does. It's an open net. Treasure has a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Emma Treasure ties it here.
Wow.
1-1. Oh,
that was
man.
an amazing breakthrough by Emma Treasure to tie the game up. Also, so early in the game.
That is definitely a way to answer. Southridge says, what can you do? And Jesuit gives them a goal.
Very impressive.
5 minutes into this game, and Treasure with some beautiful footwork and speed to get around that keeper. Open net, easy goal. Kick up again here. Southridge with that same plan of attack, sending it way forward.
I think they're just trying to catch this defense off guard, but Jesuit is ready to play now. They're a little caught off guard earlier, but they're back in the game and ready to play aggressively and coherently.
Yeah, speaking of that aggression, Elise Adams, the right back, had a really nice tackle there. Southridge fans were not too happy about it, but I say it was a pretty clean hit. Now Jesuit trying to push it forward.
And that ball gets past the defense.
That's Emma Treasure again fighting hard. She goes down. She asks for a foul. She'll get nothing from the ref. Elise Adams again with that really tenacious attack.
Great step.
Camille Clark trying to send it forward. Finds only but the hands of the starting goalkeeper for Southridge, Chloe Wood. Just a reminder that she's only a sophomore. I believe this is her first year starting. But I think she's definitely proven herself in such a young age.
Yeah, very much like Emma Hinson. She had an early start on the varsity team.
That she certainly did. And just before this action of the two-goal packed game, we started talking about the injuries to Jesuit.
Yes.
Definitely taking a toll, but also a couple of players stepping up here. We talked about how Jaden McClellan was called upon by the the youth national team for a U16 team. But Callan Harrington, she's a freshman, and she's the leading goal scorer for Jesuit. She's out sick, and so is the midfielder junior Brooke Bordenaro. Bordenaro has definitely been a strong player for this team. This is her second year on varsity, and she started a few games for Coach Fenna.
Yeah, it's interesting that a lot of these players are getting sick, and the goal scorer, Emma Treasure, is actually just recovering from a bit of sickness and a few absences from school.
Graham now at the throw-in. She'll be able to show what she's got with those strong arms. In the past, we've seen her try to find Duong or Treasure, of course, using that speed. Usually a little bit of a touch by Treasure or Duong and send it right back to Graham. And just like that, Graham finds the ball again. But Southridge now with the ball, a little unexpected play there.
You could definitely tell the Jesuit girls are scrapping for every ball they can. They're not going to let another goal slip by them on the defense.
I think you're right, Caroline. That first goal definitely caught them off guard, but I don't think they'll be caught off guard again. Danielle Larner now.
Switching the field.
She sends it forward, looking for, I believe that would be Holly Hartmeyer, the junior. She's been an on-again, off-again starter for Coach Fenna, but this game with a couple of sick players, hopefully she'll be able to prove herself and prove to Coach Fenna what she can do.
And Emma Treasure's up front. And the ball goes out. That was another almost could be goal scoring opportunity.
Corner kick here for the Crusaders, and these set pieces have been really dangerous to the Crusaders. They've been able to capitalize on most of them, and Graham, of course, with that strong left boot, she's always the one to be standing in the corner, sending them into the mixer. And we'll be able to see if Jesuit can tack on another goal here with 30 minutes left in the first half, seeing if they can get the edge over Southridge, tied 1-1. Graham sends it in, trying to find the head of a Crusader off a Southridge foot. Camille Clark fighting hard inside.
And almost a goal, just a little bit off to the right there, but that will be what it looks like another corner kick taken by Emma Graham.
Looks like it was deflected there. It was past the keeper, but also past the post. Graham setting up to send it in again. That's a really well-placed ball, but unfortunately will not find the head of a white jersey tonight. Wood will have a goal kick. All right, and we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Sam Olm, here for a quick sideline report. All right, thank you, Sam. Southridge will now have possession back. And just like that, Jesuit takes it again. And Caroline, just like you mentioned, Jesuit is really fighting hard for every ball that they can get. Graham now, she'll send it in far, just beyond the 18-yard box there, but finds the chest of Camille Clark. Clark with a hard shot off the deflection of a Southridge Skyhawk. Southridge now with a little bit of a counterattack, but it finds the foot of Aronson. She knocks it out, a little impeding their progress there. Caroline, what do you think about, how do you think these weather conditions will affect the game? Because just before the game started, it was just pouring, and turf, I can imagine, is a little bit slippery, and the goalkeeper's gloves will be a little bit wet. Just like that, Sophia Braun takes a tumble. And you can hear the Southridge fans getting excited about that one. And there's a hard collision between Adams and a Skyhawk.
Yeah, as you were saying, Jack, the weather is definitely going to have a big effect on the game. The slippery ball is going to be hard to handle, hard to get a foot on the ball. And also, as you're saying, with the goalkeeper's gloves, both of these goalkeepers are so strongly skilled. But, no goalkeeper is immune to some bad weather conditions. Luckily, it has cleared up now, so hopefully that will help the slick turf and the wet ball.
Southridge with a really nice takeaway there. Beautiful chipping through ball, but it finds the chest of Emma Graham. She will try to send it forward, trying to find Duong. Only finds a red jersey. Again, Southridge with this really pushy attack. They are just pestering this Jesuit defense on and on and on throughout the entire game. I don't think they've let up.
Yeah,
But
that Jesuit defense has not caught a break yet. They're going to be working this entire game.
and on the other side of the spectrum, I think Jesuit's forwards, Treasure and Hartmeyer, have really put a lot of pressure on this defense. Just like we saw, speed kills, and Emma Treasure proved it with that first goal for the Crusaders. Throw in now for Jesuit in a little dangerous position. Danielle Larner will take the throw in. And just kidding, Elise Adams will be manning this throw in. Adams will definitely be looking for the long throw to see if she can get it into the box. She sends it in off the foot of Hartmeyer. And Camille Clark will take a long time. She had a lot of space, a lot of time, but unfortunately sends it over the crossbar.
Goal kick, Southridge.
1-1 here with 26 minutes left in the first half. Jesuit is tied with Southridge. And a little note in the broadcasting world from this week, the Dodgers' longtime announcer Vince Scully retired after 67 years of commentating for the Dodgers. He's a living legend in the baseball world and will be dearly missed. But just as one great broadcaster exits, another great one steps up. Caroline Banker sitting beside me tonight. This is her inaugural broadcast. We're happy to have her on the JCTV team.
I'm excited to be here, Jack. I'm very honored that my first broadcast gets to be such an exciting and highly anticipated game between two great teams.
It certainly is. Just like that, the ball will go out of bounds, and Southridge will have a throw-in. Larner will send it forward, trying to find Treasure. Treasure hustling, but Wood will come out off her line, gather that ball in. Really the two main forces of attack we've seen from both teams, actually. Excuse me, the one force of attack from both teams is just sending the ball forward and seeing if they can, their forwards can outrun our defense. I think both teams have certainly had a weakness in each of their back lines, proving it with a goal conceded by both teams.
Both teams are trying to take advantage of that kick and run strategy, but both defenses are also working hard to not let anything go past. So it's fairly evenly matched game, I would say.
It certainly is. Possession has been around 50-50 tonight. The fans are excited. I'm still on the edge of my seat right now. Truly a game for the ages here that I think will determine the Metro League title. Southridge and Jesuit in the past have always been battling it out. And just like that, tensions are certainly high here because of the stakes of this game. Holly Hartmeyer was knocked to the ground, and Crusaders will have a free kick in a bit of a dangerous position here. Graham will look to be sending it in, trying to find the head of a white jersey. Graham with a little stutter step. She sends it in.
Oh, just over the crossbar there. That was a very close opportunity.
That was off the foot by Sophia Braun, the junior.
Goal kick, Southridge.
Off the head of Braun. It finds the foot of Larner, and she'll send it back to Clark. Clark, a little bit of pressure there, but she's able to find Treasure. Treasure is swarmed by the Southridge attack, or excuse me, the Southridge defense. No team is really taking a slow approach to this game. Once they get the ball, they send it forward and they try to score goals. That's what we've seen throughout Jesuit season, through all their games. But I like to see them slow it down a little bit. I know it's counterintuitive what they're used to, but I think possession might do them well.
Yeah, this definitely has not been a passing game. They're just trying to get it up the field however they can.
That they are, and some really aggressive play I like to see from Elise Adams.
The fans have lots of tension out here at the game. This is a very heated match.
They have a few things to say after the advantage was given to the Crusaders. They are not happy about that call. Katie Duong with some fancy footwork. She passes one. She passes two. She finds Treasure. Treasure will try to get there off the Skyhawk, and it will be a corner kick. Southridge fans, again, not happy about that controversial call.
Corner kick, Jesuit.
Treasure with some impressive speed there. She was able to get there and knock it off a Skyhawk before it went out of bounds.
And they play the short ball quick.
Duong with
Oh, the ball's loose in the box.
Duong had an ambitious shot there, but the ball eventually finds Clark, who has a very impressive touch. Graham is able to get it out of the danger zone. Duong sending it forward to Treasure. Treasure winds up. Elise Adams is there. She's a long shot out, and it beats the keeper but beats the post. Will be a goal kick for the Skyhawks.
Skyhawk goal kick.
Goal kick is sent to the middle of the field, finds the head of a red jersey. Southridge now is on the offensive, but Larner is there to shut it down quickly. Clark finds Braun. Braun's in a little bit of trouble, and Southridge regains possession. Clark fighting hard. She's been known to be an aggressive player. Ref says not today, but oh, look at this. It's an advantage for the Crusaders. The Southridge fans, again, not happy about that one.
They are not happy, Jack. As you said, there's definitely some yelling going on in the stands today. But all the girls out here are playing a fair game, and they're just trying to be their most aggressive selves.
Graham sends it into the mixer past the 18-yard line, off the head of, that looks like Danielle Larner. Larner fighting hard on the baseline, but it is booted out by the Skyhawks. They'll have some room to breathe. Jesuit ball again. Skyhawks with the throw in deep in their own territory. Off the head of Braun, but Southridge will be able to play it easy here just after the ref gives advantage to the Skyhawks. Great touch there from Camille Clark. It finds the foot of Adams. She times that one perfectly. Clark with an aggressive tackle, and the ref says not today. No card will be shown, but all he says is just calm down a little bit, take it easy. It's a friendly game. Free kick here in the near the midfield. They'll try to send it in. This is the first, I believe, set piece that the Skyhawks been able to have. Chloe Wood being a little bold, coming out to the midfield, but she will backstep back on into her own third of the field. Jesuit with a nice clearance there.
Yeah, Southridge has really pushed almost all of their players down to Jesuit territory. They're definitely not going to be playing a defensive game unless they're playing an offensive game.
Indeed. Off comes Hartmeyer for the Crusaders. And coming onto the field, I believe that is number 7. That is not. I'm sorry, my eyes deceived me. We'll get a name and number for you momentarily.
In for Jesuit, number 17, Lena Colson.
In for Jesuit, that would be 17, Lena Colson. 7 is Callan Harrington, who, of course, is out sick today. Lena Colson, the track star dual athlete. She kills it on the pitch along with the track just outside.
Lena Colson is a very strong player, and definitely, as you're saying, Jack, her speed on the track is definitely helpful to her on the pitch.
And just like that, Colson definitely making a name for herself on this field tonight. She tried to get a quick throw in, but the ref says no, going the other way. Southridge fans have something to say to that. Southridge sending it forward. Elise Adams and Rachel Hickey there quickly through ball.
And Emma Hinson.
Hinson decides to come out and clear it with her feet rather than gather it in with her hands. A near handball there from Graham, and the ref catches it just as we do up here. Free kick for the Skyhawks here. This game is fast-paced and fast-moving here with 17 minutes left in the first half. Of course, still tied 1-1 after that exciting start. Both goals being scored in the first 5 minutes. Off the head of Camille Clark. A lot of time, a lot of space. Hinson is there with a nice save. That was a skipped shot and into the breadbasket of Hinson.
Emma Hinson is always there, ready to catch the ball. She's such a veteran player, and she's had so much experience, whether it's playing for Jesuit or playing for her club team. She's definitely a veteran on the field.
And of course, her being a power player, she's also committed to St. Louis University. We've mentioned that in the past, but I think it just shows how far she's come as a player in this Jesuit program.
Yeah, it's always exciting to hear a senior commit to a school and continue to use their athletic talents in college.
Graham with a little bit of a missed kick there. Ball will roll out of bounds. Southridge ball. It's a little warmer up here in the booth, but certainly on the pitch it's a little colder. It's a cool and crisp 55 degrees here at Cronin Field tonight. The rain is just barely sprinkling down on the field, making that ball just slick enough to be a problem for the players. And just like that, we see it happen. Throw in here for the Crusaders. The Southridge bench just trying to stay warm over there and see what they can do to help their team out. Sophia Braun dribbling to space. She finds Larner on the far sideline. Elise Adams now with the ball at her feet. She's sending it forward, trying to find Lena Colson. Cam Clark with numbers, but she's met by an aggressive tackle.
And the Crusaders switch the field. It's wide open over here.
Near miss from Duong, and Lena Colson overruns the ball. Southridge will have an opportunity to clear, but clear it not enough. Cam Clark with an aggressive shot. That's blocked by Skyhawk, and Treasure will try to shoot it again, but to no prevail. A little bit of pushing and shoving out there. Tensions are definitely high here with the Metro title on the line. The game has been pretty civil so far. I think the ref has done a good job of keeping the game under control.
That he has. You know, the fans are out here yelling a lot of their own opinions, but the ref is playing fair, and he's not going to let anything get by him.
Rachel Hickey with some really nice defending, but the ref says a little too aggressive, and she will be shown the yellow card, it looks like. No, it looks like he was reaching for something else in his pocket. Free kick here now for the Skyhawks.
And that free kick is taken by senior Haley Clark for Southridge.
Clark with 23 on her back sends it in. It finds the head of another Skyhawk, and Elise Adams will have the easy clearance. That ball rolls out of bounds. Couple of subs here. A triple substitution for the Skyhawks. Coming in is number 15,
Number 15, we have Rachel Hickey.
That'd be 15 for the Southridge Skyhawks, McKenna Palouse.
My apologies.
Oh, no problem. And then I believe number 16, also for the Skyhawks, Caitlin Stower. Camille Clark switching the plane now.
Jesuit, number 4, Kari Zimmerman, and in for Southridge, number 16, Caitlin
Number
Stower,
4 coming in for Jesuit is Kari Zimmerman.
Kari Zimmerman is a sophomore, and she played varsity last year as well, and that just shows the youngness of the team for the Crusaders.
Southridge sends it far back in. Nearly misses the head of number 17, Annabelle Martin Varnum for Southridge. Hinson is able to get there just in time. Aronson with a little pass there to Duong. Duong showing her speed. Through ball to Kari Zimmerman. Some really nice footwork from her. She makes one defender miss, but she's challenged again by that 17, Annabelle Martin Varnum. Graham will take the throw in here. 11 minutes left in this first half. Of course, the score is still tied 1-1. Treasure takes one off the shoulder, and she's fighting hard in the corner. She was swarmed by that aggressive Skyhawk defense. Nice tackle there to force the ball out of bounds, but it will be Jesuit ball.
And once again, that Southridge fan base, they have a lot to say about the refs' calls.
The linesman called it Southridge ball, but the head official overrules him and will call it Jesuit ball. Graham now with a dangerous position here for a throw-in. She's got Treasure, Duong, and Kari ready to go. Treasure sends it back into the mixer. Little mishit from a Skyhawk. That's Kari Zimmerman again with the ball. Kari sends it out to Clark. Clark winds up. Graham now on the near sideline. She's not sure what to do. Fighting hard into the corner of the field. Nice slide tackle there from the Skyhawks. And again, a great clearance. This defense is showing no weaknesses here. Cam Clark with a far out shot. Slips off the glove of those wet gloves. That's of Chloe Wood.
Yeah, once again, that weather is showing to be a great effect on the game tonight. That rain we had earlier today is still showing the slick effects it can have on the ball and on the goalie's gloves.
That it certainly is. Definitely factors to keep into consideration. That was a great save from a great shot. Far out, but a lot of power and a lot of placement. Great touch there from the forward. That's number 4 for the Skyhawks, Peyton Obilovich. It's sent forward, but that is easily gathered in by Hinson. No pressure.
Emma Hinson is taking her time to find who she will send the ball to.
Treasure with a nice touch there, but she's swarmed by the red jerseys. Southridge again sending it forward, but finds the leg of Aronson. Southridge again on this really aggressive attack. Aronson tries to swarm the ball, but Cam Clark is there instead. Oh, and a great through ball, but it is missed just nearly by number 15, the sub, McKenna Palouse. Given back quickly to Elise Adams. She's looking for someone. Sending it way, way forward. She finds Lena Colson. And the ball makes its way back to Cam Clark.
And over the heads of the defense, let's see what Kari Zimmerman, not Kari Zimmerman, Emma Treasure will do with that ball. It just goes over the goal, a near miss.
Southridge
There's
goal
a little bit of a missed touch there by the Southridge defender. Treasure is unable to capitalize on it, though, and it will be a goal kick for the Skyhawks. Wood getting ready into position, but she asks for a defender instead. That would be number 18 for the Skyhawks, Amel Sawan. Jesuit with a lot of players forward right now. They've only got Maddie Aronson, Hickey, and Elise Adams back. Graham playing a little bit more forward, and they've pushed their central defensive mid, Cam Clark, even more so forward. Braun, unfortunately, is swarmed, and the ball will be pushed back. Caroline, what do you think is going to be the determining factor between these two teams? What's going to break them? Who's going to take the lead and how?
Well, I think the defense is a big factor in this game. I mean, both teams have had balls go past the defensive line, and so whichever team can prevent that from happening and not let any surprise goals go past, we'll see who can take advantage.
And
Once again, Jack and I are hearing lots of opinions from the Southridge crowd. This is definitely an aggressive game, to say the least.
And just like that, there are some tensions here. There was a shove. The ref said it was nothing, but Maddie Aronson, it looked like, just as a Southridge player, that would be number 6, Alexis Marino, walked by Aronson. Suddenly, arm was extended, and she was down. And then just like that, it looks like there was another scrum in the midfield, but that one caught the eye of the ref just as the Skyhawk stepped over the white jersey.
Yes, this is definitely an aggressive game, and we're seeing that tension come out from the players everywhere on the field.
Cam Clark maintained possession for the Crusaders. Kari Zimmerman working hard to keep it. Elise Adams sending it forward again. Southridge pushing for that counterattack, but Crusaders will do a good job of thwarting it. Interesting couple of touches there from Peyton Obilovich for the Skyhawks. Some fancy footwork there. That was Haley Clark. And a little note on Haley Clark, she's actually committed to Portland State University. Big congrats from her next year. As a senior right now, next year she'll be attending that downtown campus. Treasure trying to keep the ball moving for the Crusaders, but to no prevail.
Kari Zimmerman is working hard over on that right side. She has not caught a break, and her speed is definitely showing as an advantage for the Crusaders tonight.
A beautiful chipping through ball to Kari Zimmerman. Zimmerman will attempt to chase it down, but it will meet the sideline before it meets Kari's foot. It will be a throw-in for the Skyhawks. Graham does a great job of keeping it on the Skyhawk side of the field. Katie Twong now trying to be a swarming defender. Graham setting it forward now. She's got Colson. She's got Treasure. Treasure gets the head, but she's swarmed by a couple of Skyhawks. She had Colson in the middle, but was unable to find her. Really good defense there from the red jerseys. Sophia Braun sending it forward now. She sees Zimmerman. Zimmerman with a nice touch to Colson. Colson back out to Zimmerman, but it only finds the foot of a Skyhawk. Great touch there from Obilovich, and she's able to keep the ball moving towards number 6, Alexis Marino. But that possession was thwarted by Elise Adams. Southridge now in a dangerous position. They don't have the numbers. That was a very aggressive tackle. The ref has yet to show a single card tonight. He just keeps giving a couple free kicks away, but there will be no cards tonight. And again, those Southridge fans expressing their opinion. Ball is sent into the mixer, and it's actually a shot, but it is just wide right. Hinson was there, and it looks like if it would have been left at the post and in the goal, Hinson would have been there first. Goal kick now for the Crusaders. Caroline, do you think the plan of attack will change for either team in this second half with about 2.5 minutes?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Both teams seem to be playing a similar strategy of kicking the ball up the field as far as they can and chasing after. And it's really been a game of speed and aggression tonight. So I think I would like to see some of the teams maybe, or the Crusaders or the Skyhawks maybe settle the ball down and play a more passing game with a quick possession and just a more calm game. Right now they're scrapping for every ball and really digging in, but it might be nice to see them settle down, take their time.
It's crunch time now with 2 minutes left in this half. Adams really pushing for the ball forward. Finds the foot of Graham. Graham in midfield. She sends it in. That was a little bit of a mishit from her. She finds Zimmerman. Zimmerman comes in hard. Ball is sent forward but finds the chest of Aronson. Aronson back to Hickey, and Hickey will send it forward off the shoulder of Treasure. But again, this ball is just going back and forth, just like you said, Caroline. There is just no possession time, and it has really been a test of speed and agility, not a lot of possession.
Yeah, I haven't seen either team take the majority dominance or the majority possession in this game. It's a very evenly matched, and lots of aggression is being shown by both teams tonight.
A very high, long kick there from Wood. A little bit of an aggressive tackle again in midfield. Hickey went down just as a Skyhawk came in. Jesuit really pushing for it now with under a minute left. Wong chasing after every single ball. She nearly got there, but Graham won't either. Southridge sending it forward now. It's a 1-on-3 situation. That's Marino really handling herself well out there. She finds a fellow red shirt. These players are really tired after 40 minutes of hard work. These last 35 seconds will be simply a chess match. A little bit of discussion going on there between the linesman and his head official. Linesman said one way, head official said the other. As the clock winds down here, it most likely will and a very hard hit in the remaining seconds here. Just as the clock expires, Braun will walk off the field, but no cards will be shown to her. I think she got away with a hard hit at that time. First half is over. Score is tied currently 1-1, and we will join you again in about 10 minutes.
Every year, the senior class embarks on a 12-mile walk with 300 of their best friends on a journey they will never forget. The senior class takes buses up to Toledo, Washington, to the largest salmon hatchery in the Northwest, to begin this walk. Bonding together during the walk, on stops, or on the overnight campout, the senior class continues to form relationships with their friends. Don Clark, director of campus ministry, said this about the pilgrimage. What do you think makes the pilgrimage so special?
Well, I think that the thing that makes the pilgrimage special, it's not just simply that you get to walk for 12 miles, but it's who you get to walk with and why you're walking. For us, we specifically go to the oldest Catholic mission in the Northwest, to St. Francis Xavier Church in Toledo, Washington. We go there because it's a sacred place where people have been going since 1838 for Mass, and then we celebrate Mass there. And I think our students get a sense of the history of the place, as well as that when you've walked 12 miles, that's somewhat of an accomplishment for a given day. And for our students, they also enjoy being around one another.
Okay, and then you mentioned this past weekend we went on our pilgrimage this year. Tell me a little bit about this weekend's pilgrimage and what do you think really stood out about this particular pilgrimage?
Well, I think that the statement or the theme that we followed about being a part of God's great work and a link in a chain, a bond of connection between persons, really matched with what the class was trying to do.
All in all, the pilgrimage is something students never forget. The formation of new friendships and strengthening of old ones while walking 12 miles helps people truly realize that they are a link in the chain and a bond of connections between persons.
Hi, I'm Sam Mullen here with JCTV. I'm joined with Jesuit senior Emma Graham of the women's soccer team. Emma, how do you feel about the game versus Southridge tonight?
I feel great. It's going to be a really intense and hard game. Southridge is a really good team, and they've had some great outcomes with their past games, so I know that this is going to be a really tough game. But I feel like we've been working really hard, and we deserve this, and I think we can come out on top.
Definitely. And also, can you talk a little bit about the team's chemistry this year?
It's great. Our team, we have so many juniors, so we've had like a main core of our team has been here for a few years. So we all like really know each other well, and we get along so well. We're like a family, and our chemistry is awesome.
And since we're going to the end of the season, is there anything that you can see you guys still improving on going into the playoffs?
Yes, we've lost some players with just injury and sicknesses, and so that calls for other people to step up to the plate, and they are, and it's been really great, but we just need to keep working on finishing out the games and doing the best we can, and encouraging each other, but also like working as hard as we can to get those outcomes.
Thank you, Emma. We look forward to watching the game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we are back here. The clock is winding down with 40 minutes on the board. Southridge now, excuse me, that's Jesuit on the attack. We have switched sides. Jesuit now the forceful attack. That's Emma Treasure in a dangerous position at the top of the box. Thwarted, her attack was thwarted now. Southridge attempting to clear the ball, but the Crusaders say not today. Graham now winding up. She'll send it far, but meets the head of a red shirt.
Jesuit is starting this half off with very aggressive offense. They're ready to get this game back right, just as aggressive as it was before the half.
That it is. It looks like they haven't changed too much of their game plan. Send the ball forward and see if their speed can outmatch the back line speed. This will definitely be an exciting half. Currently, the score is still tied 1-1. The Metro title is on the line between these two dominating teams.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a lot of aggression out here today, Jack, both on the field and from the fans. There's been some controversial calls, and just all the players are really battling it out today.
They certainly are. Southridge, a little bit of dangerous position, but Jesuit has the numbers. Treasure now pushing it forward. That's Zimmerman on the ball. She passes it off to Treasure. Treasure with some options. She takes the speed as her first option. Treasure pushing it down the near sideline. She fakes it out. She tries to split the two defenders and split them. She does. She's in the middle of the box now. Deflected shot, and the keeper nearly gets there. Beats the keeper, hits the post.
That was such an impressive play by Emma Treasure. She was 2 against 1, and she split the defense and used her speed to get a shot off there. And Emma Treasure once again has the ball. She's facing lots of defense, and it looks like that Southridge defense clears the ball.
Just like we were saying earlier here, Caroline, neither of their attack plans have changed. Southridge, a little dangerous position. It meets the foot of Aronson. If Aronson wouldn't have been there, that would have been a clean through ball for the Skyhawks and possibly a goal. Hinson with a nice throw back to, I believe that's Rachel Hickey on the far sideline. She's using her speed to get around her defender. She sends it forward, trying to find Cam Clark. Clark is unable to find it, and the ball will go out of bounds, but Crusaders maintain possession. Jesuit now working it down the far sideline. That ball again will go out of bounds, but Crusaders will maintain possession. Graham, it looks like we'll take this throw-in, but that throw-in will nearly be in the position of a corner. She finds Clark, and Clark's working hard to send it in, but it is just wide left of the goal. It will be a goal kick. Wind is picking up a little bit now, and the rain starts to fall a little more as the second half begins. Hopefully these slick and cold conditions won't affect the game too much, but honestly it adds a little bit of excitement to the game.
Yes, and we've already seen the effects of some slippery goalie gloves and a slippery ball that players are struggling to get a strong touch on.
Goal kick now for Southridge. It's been a bit of a stalemate here ever since the first few minutes of the game. Both teams came out of the gate firing, but really tempo slowed down here a bit.
Yes, it has. You know, both teams are probably starting to get just a little bit tired. This has definitely been a running game and a test of both teams' speed and agility, so they must really be feeling the effects of such a fast-paced game.
And right now, to discuss a little bit of the weather conditions, what it feels like being down on the field, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Sam Olam.
Caroline, it's been definitely an interesting second half so far, let me tell you. You know, the first half definitely had some weird weather. It started off very rainy, but then towards the end of the second half, it started to clear up a little bit. But in the second half, the rain's starting to come down again at Cronin Field. The crowds are loud, and we're excited to be here. Can't wait to watch the last 33 minutes of the game, Jack and Caroline. Back to you guys.
All right, and just as that interview was going on, or excuse me, that report was going on, there was quite the aggressive tackle that was made by number 14, Elise Adams. Really, really aggressive, and as a result, she was awarded the yellow card. She will be coming off, but that's, of course, by the choice of Coach Fenna, just to avoid an ejection from her. Danielle Larner will become her replacement. Down on the pitch right now for Southridge, the injured Skyhawk appears to be a power player for them, number 6, Alexis Marino. We hope that she will hopefully be able to get up on her own power.
Yeah, she went down fairly hard, Jack. It'll be interesting to see if she gets back up. Right now, she's still on the ground, and her entire team is gathering around her.
Those tensions that this game holds really just came out at that time, and you could see it. And that was actually the first card awarded throughout this entire 47 minutes that we've been playing through. A lot of free kicks, a lot of advantages called, but that was the first card. And honestly, a little surprised that that was the first one.
Yeah, there's been a lot of aggression demonstrated on the pitch today. It's been a very aggressive game, and a lot of players have gone down, but this one seems to be the most long-lasting. And it looks like she is walking off the field. but it looks like she will play.
Southridge now will have a free kick as a result of that. Marino walks off under her own power, and coming on for the Skyhawks, that's number 14, an unlisted number, it looks like, possibly a pull-up from JV, but she is not listed on their roster. Free kick here, now taken by 18, Emil Sawan.
In for Southridge, number 14. Replacing number 6, Alexis Marino.
Graham with a nice through ball to Kari Zimmerman. Hard slide tackle, but misread by the Skyhawk. Crusaders will maintain possession. Excuse me, it will be Skyhawk ball. That ball was forced out of bounds. Really nice footwork here from the Crusaders. A nice touch by Treasure. She finds Clark, but a foul will be called on Clark after that aggressive push. Ref says not today. Aronson with a really nice touch there, pushing it back.
And that will be a Skyhawk throw-in.
That ball was met by a very aggressive tackle. That was number, I believe that was 16 for 17 for Jesuit, Lena Colson. Larner sends it forward, trying to find Emma Treasure. Treasure's unable to control it. Aronson, a little bit of a mishit there. Hinson's in trouble. She gets past Hinson. There's an open net, and there's the second goal of the game. Oh, and you hate to see that happen, a second goal being scored off a mistake by a team, but you know, that was a good job by Southridge. You have to tip your cap to them.
Yeah, that was a tough goal, but the Southridge offense really took advantage of that opportunity and made the most and scored the goal.
I believe that was number 8, Nadia Sawan. Here with 31 minutes left in the second half.
Southridge goal, number 8, Nadia Sawan.
Jesuit a little bit in trouble here. We're going to get the reaction from the fans down right now. Our sideline reporter, Sam Olam, is talking to Jack Meyer, and we're going to hear what Jack has to say. Down to you, Sam.
I'm joined here with Jack Meyer, an avid fan of the women's soccer team. Jack, what do you think of the game so far?
Well, you know, both teams, they came out a little bit flat, both allowing one goal in, and Southridge just had a really strong goal, similar to Jesuit's first goal. So it's been a weird game so far.
Yeah, and do you think the Jesuit will be able to pull this one out by the end of the game?
You know, I always have confidence in my Crusader, so I'm confident they will be able to pull it out.
Yeah, Thank you. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, thank you, Sam. We always appreciate hearing from you guys down there on the sideline. And thank you to JCTV's own Jack Meyer for giving his input of the game. You can actually tune in to the Aloha football game. The Crusaders will take on the Warriors here at the Aloha Warriors here at Cronin Field tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Jack Meyer will be on the microphone for that. Really good clearance there by Southridge. That ball will take a long tumble. Aronson with the ball at her feet. She sends it off to the sideline. Larner will try to track it down, but she might not get there. But get there she does, and she sends it forward. Really nice head there from Kari Zimmerman. She's got some room. She's got some time. Larner sending it forward, but no Crusaders there to meet it except for Cam Clark. Clark there with some really nice aggression. She's swarmed by Southridge, but she's able to get that ball out of there. Jesuit definitely in an attacking mindset, being down by 1 goal. They need 1 goal here to get that drawback and possibly 2 to get the win.
Yeah, Jesuit is definitely trying to do their best on offense to really come back from that. A similar goal to the Southridge first goal. Just caught the defense a little bit off guard, and we'll see how the Crusaders try and play more offensive game.
That was Hartmeyer sending it in, but off the foot of a white jersey. Nothing came from that. And excuse me, that was not Holly Hartmeyer. That was Katie Duong. And an interesting substitution here for Southridge. Coming on is number 1, the freshman, Sydney Obilovich. She's a goalkeeper. Interesting choice here for the coach of Southridge. Personally, I wouldn't agree with it, but he's obviously sees some potential. Wood, I think, has had a pretty good game, but we'll see what Obilovich can do. And coming on for the Crusaders is Elise Adams. She was, of course, awarded the yellow card. She now comes back on to maintain that defensive strike. That Jesuit has really done a great job of holding their own so far.
New keeper, number 1, Sydney Obilovich, and number 24.
Really nice shot outside, and it just bounces over. And nearly from this angle, we would have thought that would have gone in, but just to the right. Took an odd bounce, and Obilovich actually was not exactly there. I'm sorry, she was there, and she knocked it out, and it will be a corner kick.
Once again, a corner kick taken by veteran Emma Graham. She's a pro at these corner kicks, so it'll be interesting to see where this one goes. Jesuit is definitely looking to attack and find the ball into the back of the net.
Cam Clark with the ball on the sideline there. She tries to send it in, but finds no Crusader, only Southridge. Duong with some nice footwork between her and Clark, but Southridge is able to clear it. And if you notice on the sideline, it looks like that's Mary Votava. Looks like she's getting warmed up. Coach Fenna might consider putting her in as a substitute for Hinson, and another interesting choice. And he obviously sees a lot of potential in Votava. I'll be anxious to see how she does on that field. A little miscommunication there between Treasure and Duong, and that ball will go out of bounds.
And that's a Crusader throw-in. And it goes back out of bounds. Looking for another Crusader throw, and this time taken by defender Elise Adams.
Caroline, what do you think has to change in this game for the Crusaders to be able to take back the lead or even just get a draw from this game? What do you think they have to change in their game plan in order to do that?
Well, I think they definitely need to continue to communicate with each other. Communication is definitely important when there's so many Southridge players constantly storming them. If they look out for each other and tell them when there might be a man on, I think they can definitely take advantage of some more open space and potentially find the ball in the back of the net.
Just like you're talking about, Southridge is really just swarming the ball, doing a really good job of staying on top of it and not letting the Crusaders have any room to breathe.
Yeah, as you're saying, Jack, you know, they're really playing a man-on-man defense. They're really not giving anyone space or letting anyone have some time to maybe look around the field and find a more open pass.
A little bit of fancy footwork there. That was Nadia Sawan. She sends it forward. She has the ball back now. Even more beautiful touches. Maddie Aronson does a good job of swarming that ball, though.
Yeah, we're seeing some great give and goes by Southridge, and the Jesuit defense is just trying not to get caught up in those quick passes. And Elise Adams here has some time.
Elise Adams, a really nice touch there. Ball's a little in the danger zone here inside the box. Crusaders are looking a little gassed with 24 minutes left in the second half. That's a long shot from way far out, and it is sent over the crossbar. An ambitious shot for the Crusaders, but at this time they're kind of doing anything that works.
Yeah, as you're saying, Jack, the Crusaders are looking for any way they can get a touch on the ball.
0-0, Mary Vodova.
And coming in now is Votava.
I'm sorry, goal kick for Southridge.
And she is also a freshman, so it's freshman goalie v. freshman goalie. This is her first year, obviously playing for Coach Fenna, but she brings a lot of young energy, a lot of focus here for this team. Hopefully in these remaining 23 minutes, she'll be able to help this team out and keep their spirits up.
Yeah, the Crusaders are definitely going to need that fresh energy, as this has definitely been a game of lots of speed, and the Crusaders, especially the defensive line, has been working non-stop to try and combat that Southridge offense.
Southridge setting it forward. They have no numbers there. Aronson is able to gather it in, and ball goes from Larner back to Aronson. Aronson looking for people forward. She sends it off to Adams. Adams sees someone. She finds treasure. Duong comes in at the 11th hour. She's working down the near sideline. She makes one Southridge player miss, but the next is there to thwart her attack. 22 minutes left in the second half. Southridge still has the lead over Jesuit 2-1. A little dangerous position there. Adams tries to clear, but it's deflected again. Aronson, a little bit of trouble. Adams, ball bounces overhead. A lot of aggressive play, and that was number 24, an unlisted player for Southridge who got a little too aggressive. She's not happy, and there it goes. The card is pulled after her hands were thrown up in aggression. Ref was really not happy about that one. He wasn't going to give her a card until she threw her hands up like that.
In for Jesuit, number 18, Madison McClellan.
Coming in for Jesuit is number 18, Madison McClellan. And I believe the player that came off, that was Danielle Larner, the senior. Votava now will set up for the goal kick. Really impressive footwork there from Adams, but her pass is intercepted. Southridge with some numbers here. Aronson with some swarming of defense, but she gets passed off. McClellan here, Crusaders a little bit of trouble. There's no men in the box. Really nice clearance from Adams there. She came in at the last minute. Far out shot. Really impressive save off the gloves of Mary Votava. She snatched that one right out of the air.
And that will be a Crusader throw, and they're looking to take this quickly and keep the game moving.
With 20 minutes left in the second half, you can definitely feel the tempo moving up. The Crusaders are hustling towards that ball. Once it has rolled out of bounds, they definitely don't want to concede their first loss here tonight, especially not in front of their home crowd. Cam Clark with a shot that was deflected. She has the ball back. She's got room. Sophia Braun working hard at the 18-yard box, and that kick is inside the penalty box. Folks, we have a penalty kick here. A tying opportunity for the Crusaders with 19 minutes left in the second half. The question is, who will take the kick? And it looks like it will be Sophia Braun, number 8. Can she tie it here for the Crusaders? 19 minutes on the clock. This could change the game. Braun kicks it. It goes right. It's saved. A huge momentum shift here at Cronin Field. You can hear it in the noise of the Southridge fans, and you can also hear it in the lack of noise from the Crusader fans.
That was definitely a pivotal moment in the game, but sadly the Crusaders could not get the ball to the back of the net. It was a great effort, but Jesuit is still looking to come back and find another scoring opportunity.
Let's see if they can do it here. Treasure working hard down that near sideline. You can definitely sense their frustration and aggression coming out in these closing minutes here. With 18 minutes left, Crusaders are still down 2-1 after that wonderful save from Sydney Obilovich, the substitute goalkeeper, also a freshman. Really, really impressive.
And we have another Crusader corner kick taken once again by senior Emma Graham. Jesuit is really looking to score off of this kick.
The ball is sent in a little far out from the goal, not exactly where they wanted it. Cam Clark is unable to find the ball, and as a result, it's cleared. McClellan finds it. Her touch isn't that great. Attempted through ball there from Braun, but Braun is unable to find Clark. Duong now in the center of the field. She makes one defender miss. She's pushing forward. She's got time. She's got space. A beautiful through ball from Treasure. Treasure, can she get there? No, she can't. And another wonderful save here from Obilovich. She's having a heck of a game coming in the second half. Not a lot of warm-up. And she thought Treasure was going to her left, but she had the time to cut back right. Really impressive. Southridge sending it forward now. Votava will be there. Taking her time with that one. A little miscommunication there, and you can definitely feel that the Crusaders are just getting a little more frustrated. They just, like you said, Caroline, need to keep up their communication and keep up their team chemistry that's been working for them so well this first half of the season.
Yeah, and with that, the tension on the field is making maybe the Crusaders just a little bit frantic. They're really trying to take every opportunity and not slowing down one bit.
Clark with a really nice aggressive tackle there. That ball will roll into the hands of Obilovich.
And we have just over 16 minutes left in this game. The Crusaders are really trying to take advantage of every minute left, trying to find those goal-scoring opportunities to tie the game back up.
Through ball to Zimmerman from Duong was unsuccessful. That will be a goal kick. Double substitution now for the Skyhawks. Coming into the game is number 24 and number 7. That would be number 7, Stasia Newton, and 24, the unlisted player. She was originally sent off for the yellow card, but according to high school rules, she is now able to come back on after being subbed off for some time. Goal kick now for the Skyhawks. Coming off for the Skyhawks is number 5, Molly Rubin. And that's number 17, Annabelle Martin Farnham, for the other substitute. Kari Zimmerman fighting hard. She's only a sophomore.
And that ball just goes just over the goal there, Jack. They're really having a lot of balls just go so close to getting to the back of the net, but not quite finding it.
Miss hit there from Zimmerman. That ball will go out of bounds after gracing her forehead. Great head there from Adams. It finds the chest of Zimmerman, but Zimmerman loses it. Ref says play on. Southridge now with some time and some room. Chipping through ball. Great block there.
Yeah, Southridge, we've seen a lot of those through balls that just go over the top of the Crusader defensive line, and that's when Southridge has taken advantage. So I think the Crusaders definitely need to work on getting behind those balls and not letting them go over.
Southridge with a lot of players forward. They're rushing into the box. Otava will stay on her line. Crusaders do a good job of clearing it. They had all 11 players in that box. They do not want to concede another goal with only 13 minutes left in this half. McClellan, little miscommunication. And that ball was gathered in by Votava. Beautiful kick into the midfield and gathered in beautifully by Lena Colson. Excuse me, that's Sophia Braun. The ref notices a downed Skyhawk there just outside the 18-yard box. Looks like it was no fault of any Crusader. It looks like maybe a cramp or pulled muscle or something.
That Southridge player is still down, and she's being assisted by her coach and Jesuit trainer, Jen.
That appears to be number 17, Annabelle Martin Varnum. Definitely a significant player here. She's one of the captains for the Skyhawks. She gets up under her own power with just under 13 minutes to play here. Southridge still holds the lead 2-1 against these Crusaders. Coming off is Varnum. And coming on for the Skyhawks, she's currently having a word with her coach. That would be number 16, Caitlin Stower. She is a senior, and she will be taking Varnum's position here as a forward. Graham ready to send it far into the box. Seeing if one of these set pieces can, get something going and get a pulse moving for this Crusader offense. Off the head of Braun after she's shoved away. Braun moves it out to Treasure, and it is cleared successfully by the Skyhawks. Adams will track it down. Duong asking for it. She's wide open. She receives it. Beautiful control there by Duong. She works it back into the center, trying to find Treasure and Braun, but unsuccessful. Clark knocks it back out to Duong, and Duong will have a go at it again. She's got Clark. Nice little through ball there. Oh, that finds the feet of Braun. Little miscommunication there from the forwards. Cam Clark was unable to track it down. The ball will go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Goal kick, Southridge.
Clark is able to get there before a red jersey, but the Skyhawks will swarm the ball and they will get it back here.
Elise Adams has some time back here, but it looks like the ball is going to roll out for a Crusader throw-in.
11 minutes left in this game, and we will see what the Crusaders have up their sleeve in these last few remaining minutes. Adams with a long throw in. The Skyhawks are not happy about that. They thought she took one too many steps. Great through ball to Treasure. Treasure's at the top of the box. She tries a cheeky back heel, and she tries to send it back in. Unsuccessful, though. Treasure trying to send it forward. It's deflected. And that's Obilovich that comes off her line. That's Hickey back with the ball again, and Cam Clark will try to work the ball forward. Braun is asking for it. She does, and she gets it. An attempted through ball back to Duong. Or excuse me, that's Kari Zimmerman. Zimmerman using a lot of that speed and a long shot out. That thing is sent up over the crossbar and through the uprights. It will be a goal kick here for Southridge.
Once again, the Jesuit Crusaders are really trying to take advantage of every goal-scoring opportunity they can get. We're looking to see what they can do here as the clock starts to wind down with just under 10 minutes left in this game.
Goal kick, Southridge.
Adams goes down. Really nice tackle there from Kari Zimmerman. Ball will go out of bounds. Ball will be thrown out of bounds. Adams has the ball again. She'll pass it back off to Duong now.
There's a controversial throw-in. Once again, we are hearing those loud opinions of that Southridge crowd.
And really aggressive play there from Cam Clark, and she will be called on it. And she will receive a yellow card. She's not happy about that one. It was a dangerous play, and 8 minutes and 33 seconds left here. A really impactful player is subbed off. She will be able to come back on momentarily. Coming off is Camille Clark. Coming on is number 12, Holly Hartmeyer. She was earlier subbed off in the game, and she will see the pitch again tonight. Treasure and Hartmeyer, the two forwards right now. All the other Crusaders are waiting at the top of the box. Like you said, Caroline, there's a lot of discrepancy. Not great communication between the line judge and the main official.
Yes, they seem to be having a few miscommunications throughout the game, and we can only imagine what is going on down there in the crowds and what the fans have to say about those miscommunications or discrepancies, as you said.
Otava gathers the ball in easily with no pressure.
Missed touch by Southridge. The ball is bouncing around. No one seems to have much control of it right now.
Adams with a missed touch there. She's able to thwart her defender. Three heads go in there. It finds the head of the Southridge player. McClellan finds Zimmerman. Zimmerman with a nice touch there, and that's again that same player. Her name is unregistered, but she was already called on a yellow card, and the ref is just telling her to calm down, but she is having none of it.
She's demonstrating a lot of sass on the field, and, well, the ref is not appreciating that.
That she certainly has. Adams with a really nice touch into the middle. Really beautiful chipping through ball. Three Crusaders surrounding one Southridge player. That's number 8 for the Skyhawks, Nadia Sawan. She sends it back. Little mistouch there. That ball will roll out of bounds. Crusader ball. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second half. Time is winding down. Let's see if the Crusaders are able to pull anything out here in these last closing minutes. Otava comes off her line. She'll get the ball at her feet. She picks it up and she will send it forward. Some really nice footwork there for Sawan, and she goes down after Adams had the aggressive tackle. It will be a free kick just outside the 18.
And once again, we have senior for Southridge, Haley Clark, looking to take this kick.
Otava comes off her line. It's over her head. Southridge nearly got there. It will be a goal kick now. Otava is quick to put the ball down and quick to kick it away, but the ref sees a substitution. Coming on for the Skyhawks, that's number 15, McKenna Palouse. Graham now fighting hard. Ball will go out of bounds after a deflection from her. Treasure with a lot of red shirts around her. Two players go down. A little bit of incidental contact there. Treasure does not seem to be getting up as quickly as Coach Fenna might hope. And clock stops here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Treasure comes off, and she's limping hard on that left leg.
In for Jesuit, number 17, Lena Colson.
Lena Colson now comes back into the game for Jesuit after Treasure has taken her leave. Not sure if we'll be able to see her back on the back on the pitch tonight. 4 minutes only left in this game. We also have yet to see Camille Clark make her return, but right now it's looking like she might not because she has not started to warm up at all.
With the loss of both Emma Treasure and Camille Clark today on the field, Jesuit is definitely going to be struggling on their offensive line.
That they certainly are, and the ref has another throw in here for Southridge. Twong now, she's got players forward. That's Lena Colson. She's using her speed, and oh, wow, that is something to see. She did a really good job of outrunning her defender. That ball will bounce out of bounds. Southridge suggested went off the Crusaders. Crusaders are quick here to take a corner. Time is short. Clock is about to strike midnight here for the Crusaders. 3 minutes left for this team who has yet to concede a single loss this entire season. Will it be their first one tonight, or will they be able to pull out a late goal?
This may be one of the last goal-scoring opportunities they have, and Emma Graham into the middle.
Graham sends it in, and it is just wide right. Ball will go out of bounds for another corner.
Corner kick, Jesuit.
With the clock winding down, Jesuit really has to take advantage of this corner kick.
It's sent in. Bilovic comes off her line. Throw in here for Jesuit. They are sending all their players forward right now. Maddie Aronson and McClellan are the only two back right now. That ball will go out of bounds. Maddie McClellan will take the throw in. She's hustling. 2 minutes left now. Tensions are rising here at Cronin Field.
It was a great through ball. Takari Zimmerman chases it down.
Really aggressive play there by the Southridge Skyhawks. And Obilovic will no doubt be slow to take this goal kick, trying to squeeze out the juices of these last few seconds here.
Maddie Aronson gets behind that ball.
Colson is able to get there. But, I'm sorry, the Southridge defender is able to get there first. A little bit of scramble play here from the Crusaders. They're just trying to get that ball forward and keep it on this half of the field. Graham now with some room, and she sends it to her left. Ball is cleared, finds the foot of McClellan. McClellan sending it forward again. 50 seconds on the clock now. McClellan, it is just a passing battle between these two teams right now. McClellan sending it forward, and Southridge trying to send it the other way. Graham sends it back. This is Maddie Aronson now. She needs to get something moving here. She says no. McClellan back to Aronson. They need to do something quickly. 29 seconds left on the clock, and Southridge has possession. There's a beautiful through ball, and Southridge looks like will just slow down their possession here, work it into the corner. Little miscommunication there. 20 seconds on the clock unless the Crusaders get it back, and that looks like in these closing seconds now, Crusaders need to push it forward. It would take a miraculous long shot here, and it looks like it will not happen. Here at Cronin Field tonight, Southridge wins 2-1, defeating the #1 state Jesuit Crusaders.
It's a tough loss for the Crusaders tonight. It was definitely a hard-won game, but both teams demonstrated lots of aggression and passion. Both were looking for a win, but Southridge pulled through with 2 breakaway goals.
That it will, and Southridge now will remain undefeated in Metro, and Jesuit will be handed its first loss in the entire season and in the Metro League season. Really, like you said, well fought battle between the two, but I think it was a really good match overall. Of course, like you said, those first 2 goals were scored really quickly, and the missed penalty from Sophia Braun, unfortunately, was not able to tie it.
Make your way safely home.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough loss for the Crusaders, but it was a competitive game, and there was lots of aggression and passion on the field tonight.
That it was, and hopefully the Crusaders will be able to come back and continue their successful season. Hopefully they'll be able to bounce back. Join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the Aloha Warriors. Our Jesuit football team will take them on here at Cronin Field. Tune in. It will be broadcast live here for JCTV. We always thank you for joining us here tonight. I'm Jack Marquardt, and alongside with you, as always, Caroline Banker.
Thanks for a great game, Jack. It was definitely an interesting game, and I'm excited to see how the Crusaders will bounce back from this loss.
That it will. Thank you again for tuning in tonight.
Thank you.